Welcome back to our channel. Today's video will uncover a shocking and emotional moment. Liu Wu and Zhao Lusi quietly appeared at Yu Menglong's funeral, leaving everyone stunned by the truth behind their presence. What really happened, and why did their appearance cause such a stir? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the story. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our latest updates. The quiet air around the funeral of Chinese actor Yu Menglong was pierced not by words, but by the silent presence of two figures whose arrival no one expected: Liu Wu and Zhao Lusi. Fans, journalists, and even those close to the entertainment industry were stunned when images surfaced showing the two stars appearing side by side, paying their respects in silence. Their sudden appearance not only added another layer of mystery to the tragic death of Yu Menglong, but also raised burning questions that have since captivated millions. Why were they there? And what truth hides behind their visit? From the very first reports of Yu Menglong's death, the entire internet has been consumed by speculation. The actor's fall from a high-rise apartment shocked the public, leaving behind whispers of unanswered questions and lingering suspicions. But just when the morning seemed heavy enough, the arrival of Liu Wu and Zhao Lusi sent ripples of disbelief through the crowd. Some thought it was simply an act of respect, yet others were quick to point out deeper connections, hidden ties, and untold stories that may link them to the events surrounding Yu Menglong's final hours. The atmosphere of the funeral was tense, a mix of grief and shock. Witnesses described how Liu Wu wore a solemn expression, bowing deeply before the portrait of Yu Menglong, while Zhao Lusi's eyes glistened with tears as she quietly clasped her hands together. No words were spoken, but the silence itself seemed louder than any statement. In a culture where public appearances often carry hidden messages, their decision to come together ignited waves of speculation online. Was it coincidence, or was it a calculated act to signal something much bigger? Social media platforms immediately exploded with hashtags. Fans dissected every photograph, zooming into details like the way Zhao Lusi kept her gaze low or how Liu Wu's clenched fists hinted at bottled-up emotions. Was it grief? Was it guilt? Or was it something far more complicated? The truth, it seems, is stranger than fiction. Netizens began to connect dots, rumors of a private gathering, whispers of late-night calls, and questions about who truly knew what happened to Yu Menglong on that fateful evening. The funeral, instead of bringing closure, only opened the floodgates of even more unanswered mysteries. Insiders from the industry revealed that the relationship between Yu Menglong, Liu Wu, and Zhao Lusi may not have been as distant as the public once believed. Behind the polished images of fame, whispers of private disputes and hidden alliances had long circled among insiders. Some even claimed that days before his death, Yu Menglong was in contact with both stars regarding a project that never saw the light of day. Whether this was coincidence or connected to his sudden passing remains one of the hottest questions driving public debate. Yet what makes this moment unforgettable is not just their presence, but the atmosphere it created. The mourning hall was filled with silence, broken only by the sound of quiet sobs and camera shutters. Even those who came to pay respect were left stunned, their emotions torn between grief for the fallen star and shock at the sight of two of the most recognizable young actors of this generation standing together in such a sorrowful moment. It felt like a movie, one witness said, except this was painfully real and the emotions were raw. As theories spread like wildfire, fans have been demanding answers. Some believe Liu Wu and Zhao Lusi appeared out of loyalty and friendship, choosing silence over publicity. Others argue that their presence hints at something darker, knowledge they cannot speak about publicly, connections they dare not reveal, or even guilt they cannot wash away. In a world where perception often overweighs truth, their mere presence has become fuel for endless debates, conspiracies, and heartbreaking questions. Even the smallest gestures were analyzed endlessly online. Zhao Lusi's choice of attire, all black with no accessories, was described as a deliberate sign of respect, yet some noted that her trembling hands betrayed a hidden storm within. Leo Wu's refusal to engage with cameras was seen by others as a mark of shame, as if he were hiding something unspeakable. Though these are mere interpretations, they have only heightened the emotional impact of the moment, making the funeral of Yu Minglong one of the most discussed events in recent memory. The tragedy of Yu Minglong's death had already shaken fans to the core, but the presence of two unexpected mourners transformed the funeral into a spectacle of mystery. The internet, relentless in its hunger for answers, continues to pick apart every possible explanation. Was their visit purely personal, rooted in bonds of friendship we never knew existed? Or was it a silent message, a clue hidden in plain sight that the story of Yu Minglong's death is far from over? And as candlelight flickered at the memorial, many were left with chills, not from the cold, but from the atmosphere of secrets hanging in the air. Each person who walked away from the ceremony carried not just sadness, but also questions that seemed heavier than grief. If Liu Wu and Zhao Ju truly knew something more, their silence may one day speak louder than words. Until then, the truth remains buried under layers of speculation, waiting to be unearthed. One thing is certain, the image of the two stars standing silently at Yu Minglong's funeral will forever be etched in the memory of fans. It was a moment that shattered expectations, blurred the line between mourning and mystery, and left an entire nation stunned. The truth behind their presence may take months or even years to come to light, but for now, that one scene has become a haunting symbol of unanswered questions, lingering grief, and a story that refuses to end. And as the world continues to watch, one cannot help but wonder, what secrets lie behind those tearful eyes? And will the truth about Yu Minglong's death ever be revealed? Even after the funeral concluded, discussions did not fade. In fact, the mystery deepened. Online communities began digging into every known detail of Yu Minglong's final days, trying desperately to connect the dots between him, Liu Wu, and Zhao Lusi. Old photos resurfaced, showing the three at private gatherings, fueling speculation of an unspoken bond. Some argued that this bond was built on friendship, while others whispered of hidden conflicts and betrayals that may have played a role in the tragic outcome. And what shocked the public even more was the speed with which all rumors spread. Within hours of the funeral, trending hashtags dominated social media platforms across China and beyond. Posts garnered millions of views, with fans torn between grief and suspicion. Some cried out in anger, demanding transparency, while others begged people to let the departed rest in peace. Yet curiosity always wins over silence, and the unanswered questions kept fueling the fire. Could it be that Liu Wu and Zhao Lusi's presence was not just a personal gesture, but a silent admission that they were closer to the truth than anyone imagined? The ripple effect extended beyond fans. Entertainment insiders, who usually remain tight-lipped, hinted that there had been unusual tensions around Yu Minglong's last project. Some said there were disputes about contracts, others whispered of pressure from powerful figures behind the scenes. And in the midst of these rumors, the sudden appearance of two top stars at his funeral seemed almost too perfectly timed, as though to distract or to signal something unspoken. Observers at the scene described an almost cinematic tension. Each camera flash revealed not just sorrow, but a sense of hidden drama unfolding before the eyes of the world. It was like watching a secret unravel in real time, one witness confessed. But instead of answers, we left with even more questions. The chilling silence of Leo Wu and the tearful restraint of Zhao Lusi became symbols of a truth too heavy to be spoken aloud. As days passed, online debates only grew more heated. Fan theories became increasingly elaborate, with some believing that Menglong had discovered something he should not have, something that connected directly to the stars who came to mourn him. Others held on to the belief that their presence was purely genuine, a tribute to a friend lost too soon. The duality of these interpretations is what continues to fascinate the public. Every possible